Let's say good morning, everybody. 6:30 a.m. right now on this Wednesday. It's August 6th. I'm Michael Gargiulo.
And I'm Jen Maxfield. Darlene has the morning off. Adele is watching an issue at the Whitestone Bridge. But let's get started with Storm Team 4's Maria LaRosa with this Wednesday forecast.
Yeah, you can see not looking so pretty, right? We don't have the bright blue skies for sure. It's a lot of gray haze out there as we continue to look into Manhattan and ground level, maybe even a few sprinkles. I'll show you that in a second. Let's start with that haze. While we're starting to see on the horizon anyway, some improvement, and you can kind of see that with the air quality alerts that are posted for today. So the concerns right now confined mainly to parts of the Hudson Valley and through the Poconos. An east wind kind of helping that along today, but it's also helping to keep us kind of locked in these gray skies and some of that humidity. We're at 72 now at Central Park, 74 at Newark. Been watching this little line of some sprinkles out there. And other than that, it is just going to be a gray kind of humid day today. 79 degrees through 1 o'clock on our way up to close to 80. We'll still be in the low to mid 70s through 4 p.m. 7 p.m. temperature right about 74 degrees and still cloudy with gray skies into the overnight. All right, 6:30 right now. It's been a slow go in so many spots. Big headaches out there, Adele.
Yeah, a lot of big headaches, specifically at the bridges, actually. If you are heading out to the Whitestone Bridge, Queensbound, we've got a crash taking out a lane. Already a tight ride through the area. Throgs Neck Bridge, definitely a better go for you. Heading on to the Alexander Hamilton Bridge, still watching this crash involving 2 tractor trailers here. You can see tow trucks, police, fire department on the scene, but we do have delays heading all the way back to the Bruckner interchange. And still watching this crash heading into the Como Bridge, throughway southbound by exit 12. Michael, back to you.
All right, Adele, thank you very much.
Another earthquake in New Jersey caused tremors across several parts of the state and New York City. This was the second quake in the state in just 3 days.
Including me. I felt it in Westchester County, Maria.
I know. I missed out on this one. Maybe there'll be another one sometime soon, right? All right, well, today it's more cloudiness, as you can see the picture behind me, and the forecast for today, 80 degrees for the high. But we've got tons of sunshine the rest of the week. We'll talk about the weekend and, yes, the building heat into next week in the 10-day forecast.
All right, Maria, thank you.
If you are making your way onto the roads here in Brooklyn, Gowanus Expressway eastbound, we've got a crash that's just popped up over by exit 23. It's taking out a lane, causing heavy delays through the area. Here's a live look out there right now. You can see lots of brake lights coming up. We've got an update on that crash at the Hamilton Bridge. Jen, Michael?
All right, remember, you can watch Today in New York at 7 a.m. Now live local news continuing wherever you stream News 4.
Let's check in with Maria LaRosa on what's going on out there this hazy Wednesday.
I know, not the prettiest of mornings, right? It's just a lot of gray and that haze. And as we look from the West New York camera, all of the things. We've got 72 now at Central Park. It is pretty humid. We've got that dew point at 64 degrees. You feel it. The wind's not moving the air around a lot, so it's also kind of stuffy. We have first the cloud cover. You see a little bit of green on the screen, but tracking some sprinkles and a few showers now creeping into parts of southern Ocean County. But overall, we're just looking at a really gray day ahead. And yes, we still have some influence from that Canadian wildfire smoke in the atmosphere. But as you can see with that east flow today, some improvement in spots where we just have the air quality alerts posted for parts of the Hudson Valley. That's where the concentrations may be a little more problematic through the afternoon. You could see even through tomorrow, we'll have some presence of that smoke, although the sunshine is returning. And we get to hang on to that for a couple days, along with the mainly dry skies. We'll be watching that area of low pressure, potentially could become a tropical depression by the end of the week. It's still expected to not have direct impact on our weather, but maybe just enough to keep the surf zone a little rough as we head into the weekend. So something to keep in mind. But yeah, the forecast overall looking pretty good. Once we get past today's kind of gray skies, tomorrow the sun breaks out more, Friday certainly, and looks good for a summer weekend. But you can see where the temps are headed, closer to 90 degrees early next week. We do have a chance for some showers and storms, especially by Tuesday, but we've got all that humidity building too. So most of next week, we will be talking about the heat index, where it could be more like the mid and upper 90s, close to 100 degrees. So enjoy what's relatively a cool weather here for the rest of the week. It's cool and gray, relatively speaking, below average here. We've got 80 for the high, 68 overnight tonight. And then tomorrow we'll get more sunshine. We'll hang on to the 80-degree temperature and do even better on Friday with some more sunshine and 81. Looks great for the summer weekend. By Monday and Tuesday, again, the heat is building. We'll spend a couple of days into actually most of next week closer to 90 degrees. It'll certainly feel like that with a few, and keyword few, chances for some showers and storms. Still overall looking kind of dry. All right, 6:47 now. Adele, how are things looking out there? I know it's been tough in spots.
Yes, definitely a bit rough navigating through a few areas. We're going to break it all down for you now. If you are heading onto the Alexander Hamilton Bridge here, still watching this crash here. It involved 2 tractor trailers. It does look like cleanup is underway. Police are on the scene as well as the tow truck, but we do have 2 lanes closed off and a solid ride heading all the way back to the Bruckner interchange. A little further north, New York State Thruway southbound by exit 12 for Route 303. We are watching this accident, also blocking a lane with delays back to the Garden State Parkway. Once you make your way onto the Mario Cuomo Bridge, though, you will be tapping on the brakes in some areas, but for the most part, straight shot heading into Westchester County. And we do have this stalled car here on the Gowanus Expressway eastbound by exit 23. 1 lane is closed off. Jen, Michael, back to you.
All right, Adele, thanks so much. 6:48.
Good morning and thank you for streaming with us. It is Wednesday, August 6th. I'm Jen Maxfield in for Darlene.
I'm Michael Gargiulo. Adelle Caballero is here tracking our roads and rails in this midweek. And Storm 24's Maria LaRosa here with today's forecast. Hazy outside, Maria.
Yeah, still hazy, definitely gray. It's a little humid, so everything's kind of getting locked in here. And this is how it's pretty much going to look for most of the day today. Let's start with that smoky haze influence. Some improvement in areas. We still have air quality concerns for parts of the Hudson Valley through Pike County. But an east wind, some of the clouds, even a few sprinkles kind of helping other areas. So we'll watch that. But otherwise, not much going on aside from the cloud cover. You kind of widen the view out. This area of low pressure to our south. That's where most of the rain action is. So just gray skies and temperatures that will be mild, but still below average. Near 80 degrees through 1 o'clock. That's our high for the day today. And a little mugginess as well. We stay gray, we stay overcast through the early evening. By late tonight, still mostly cloudy and temperatures still in the 70s. All right, it's been such a tough commute this morning. Adele, what's the latest?
Latest is we are definitely still dealing with quite a few issues out there. One of them being the Garden State Parkway, northbound side over by exit 147 for Walnut Street. We've got a crash here taking out 2 lanes, major backups through the area. We'll keep you posted on that for the time being, though. 21 would be the way to go. And looking ahead to your commute later today, keep in mind we do have restoration project underway at the George. Inbound upper level will have 3 lanes closed off through the overnight. Jen, Michael, back to you.
All right, Adele, thanks very much. Right now on this Wednesday morning, let's check in with Maria and see what's happening. Hey, Maria.
Hi, guys. Yeah, a lot of cloud cover for today. Even a few sprinkles from time to time already this morning. But the best news, once we get through today, we've got a couple of really nice days ahead, and that does lead into the weekend. But next week, I've got some chances for storms and a lot of heat. So we'll take a look at that in the 10-day.
So did you feel it? Another earthquake.
Heading a little further north here, Sawmill River Parkway, southbound side by exit 3. We've got a crash causing major backups through the area. We're going to head outside right now to the Hamilton Bridge. We're on the westbound side. We've also got an accident with delays back to the Bruckner interchange. But coming up, we're going to let you know what your commute for the rest of the day ahead is going to look like. You're watching Today in New York.
Morning, like I'm the only person who ever experienced this, but it was the first time for me.
Really
and it was
cool.
just short, but it was really unearthly.
Maria, I have FOMO. I don't feel any of these.
Sorry, Jen.
I've missed the recent one. I felt the one that we kind of relate everything to now.
Yeah.
That was wild.
Okay.
But yeah, there you go, Michael. Here's a kind of where it was felt. It's called the shake map, and the USGS kind of uses it to see where the rattling was felt. And you can see from northern New Jersey, lower Hudson Valley, and Westchester County. So there you go. All's quiet this morning so far. We have a lot of cloud cover though, so that's a change up too. And we're starting to see some improvement when we're talking air quality and related to smoke. But because of the humidity, east winds that are light, nothing's really mixing out all that quickly. So it still looks pretty hazy. 73 degrees through 10 a.m., 79 through 1 p.m. We're headed close to 80 today. We're going to try and get to 80 with the cloud cover and that east wind and some of that humidity. But other than that, we're not looking at any widespread showers for us. And in fact, our model showing by tomorrow, and especially during the afternoon, the sun is coming out again. There is still a chance for some showers through portions of northern New York State and the Hudson Valley, but that's about as close as it gets for us tomorrow and into Friday. Regarding that smoke, yes, it's still dense enough here that we do have the air quality alerts posted for parts of the Hudson Valley today. That east wind helping out a little bit, but you can still see even present through Thursday. I think it gets a little better by the weekend. Speaking of the weekend, we're still watching this area of low pressure. Could be a tropical depression by then. Regardless, though, it's still not a direct influence on our weather. What it may do is help keep the tug of some of that humidity building by the end of the weekend. So in the short term, we're looking really good. We've got temperatures climbing, though, by Monday into Tuesday into the mid and upper 80s. It feels like temperatures will be more like the mid and upper 90s. So some of that heat returns next week. Today, 80 degrees, some humidity, mostly cloudy skies, down to 68 degrees tonight. And yes, more sunshine for tomorrow. Real beauty by Friday. Still looking good for a summer weekend, Saturday and Sunday with dry skies. By Tuesday, a front approaches. That's our next best chance to see some showers and storms. But you can see it's going to be a warm week next week with highs near 90. All right, let's get an update on what's been a very tough commute this morning.
Yes, it's definitely been tough, and right now it's really not letting up. And if you are planning to head out sometime later today, also want to keep in mind Garden State Parkway is going to be seeing some dayside construction here on the southbound side over by exit 120. It has already started up, and we are already seeing delays through the area there. Quick reminder, we do have that long-term restoration project going on at the George Washington Bridge through the overnight tonight, starting at 10 p.m. until 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. Inbound upper level, you're going to have 3 lanes closed off. Always causes major backups through the early morning hours. And as a reminder, alternate side parking rules are also in effect for today. Michael, back to you.
All right, Adele, thanks so much. So more